I'm Kim, and I am here in beautiful Cancun, Mexico. I am so glad you are joining me here today for yoga that's going to open up the whole upper body, the chest, the back, whatever feels good for you today. So let's get started. We're going to start.
Yoga for everybody with Meditation Mutha.
We're going to start at the top of our mat. We're just going to do some centering breaths in order to bring ourselves into this space. So bring your hands to heart center and feel free to grab a chair if you'd like and sit down. You can do this whole practice seated if you want as well, whatever feels good for your body today. So if you're seated, you can come to the front edge of your chair, kind of scoot your body up and just sit up nice and tall. Feet are planted on the floor, bringing the hands to heart center. And we're just going to gently close the eyes and take a few moments to find our breath. If it feels comfortable entering and leaving the nose today, just allowing all our senses to start turning on, noticing the beautiful sounds of the trickling water and the sensation of your skin and maybe any breeze or the temperature of the air on your skin. And the breath start to entering and leaving the nose more fully. If it feels comfortable, or you can feel free to breathe through the mouth. And just starting to tune into this space. And bowing the mind to the heart, take a moment to set an intention for your practice today. Gently open the eyes, release the hands all the way down. If you're seated, you can plant the feet firmly on the ground. Otherwise, we'll separate the feet out from right to left a little bit. Feel very grounded in our feet. You can even practice lifting up the toes and spread them out nice and wide. Do this seated as well, and then plant the toes firmly on the ground. So we're really connecting with the earth. Keep the knees slightly bent. Palms can face forward. Thumbs are pointing up, and we're just going to inhale so that the hands come out just underneath the shoulders, and then exhale, release the hands all the way down. Do this seated as well. Inhale, thumbs point up, out to the side, and then exhale, release all the way down. Let's do this a couple more times. Inhaling up, exhale down. One last time, really tuning into the breath. And exhale. Good. So we're going to change this up a little bit. Inhale, arms out to the side. We're going to turn our upper body to the right. So turning a gentle twist to the right. Take an inhale here. If you're seated, you can do the same thing. Maybe reaching your back hand towards the back of the chair. And then exhale, come back to center. And then release all the way down. Let's try opposite side. Inhale, thumbs point up. Turn your chest towards the left this time. Inhale, back to center. And exhale, release all the way down. Inhale, arms up. Reach the fingertips as far away from you as you can. And then turn to the side. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, release all the way down. Last time, inhale, thumbs point up. Turn your chest towards the left this time. Inhale, back to center. And exhale, release all the way down. Awesome. Roll the shoulders back. Release any tension in the shoulders and the neck. And then we're going to start to open up the chest a little bit. So arms come up, thumbs point up. Hands are just a little bit lower than the shoulders. If you're seated, you can do the same thing. And we're just going to move the hands back behind us just a little. Open up the chest. Feel maybe even into the palms. So I feel it all the way down my arms into my palms, a nice opening, and then reach your fingertips away from each other. Take a deep breath into your heart center. Exhale, release all the way down. How'd that feel for you? Nice opening across the entire chest. Let's try it again. Thumbs point up, inhale, arms out to the side. Reach your fingertips far away from each other and then take the hands back behind you just a little bit to open up the chest and broaden the whole front body. Take a nice inhale into your heart center. Exhale, release all the way down. Good. Let's keep our hands on our sides. If you're seated, you can hold on to the side of the chair. And we're just going to relax that left hand all the way down and slide the right hand up towards our hip. Left hand comes down towards our side. If you're seated in a chair, you can just lean over to the left side and open up the whole right side of the body. Take a deep breath here, rounding down more with your right foot. Inhale here. Exhale back to center. Let's try the opposite side. So this time the right hand drops down, left hand comes up, and inhale the whole side body. Inhale into the left side and exhale. One more time, inhale. And exhale, release all the way down. Nice. Let's keep our feet separated out one more time. We're going to take the hands out to the side, and this time we're going to open up the back body. So cross that left elbow in front over the right elbow and grab opposite shoulders if that feels comfortable, or forearms, wherever you are today. And then we'll lift the elbows up just a little bit. Press the elbows towards each other. Tuck your chin and open up the back of the neck. Opening up in between the shoulder blades. Take a nice breath there. Exhale, soften the chest. One more deep breath. And exhale. Relax the hands all the way down, center the head, roll the shoulders back. And let's try it on the opposite side. So arms out, thumbs are up a little bit lower than the shoulders. Cross right arm over left, elbow to elbow, and then grab opposite shoulders. Tuck the chin, lift the elbows up just a little and press them towards each other. You might feel a nice opening in the back body. And take a deep breath here. In between the shoulder blades, exhale, soften the chest. Do it again, inhale. Exhale, release the hands all the way down, center the head, and roll the shoulders back. So I'm going to turn to face the long way in my mat. If you're seated, you can stay right where you are. Bring your hands to your hips, and we're going to have our left foot forward, right foot back, and then we're going to separate our feet nice and wide. So if you're seated, you can actually turn your body to the side and plant your right foot forward, left foot back behind you, almost like you're in a lunge. We're going to come forward in that front knee. The knee is directly over the heel, and you can even wiggle your back foot back a little bit if it feels better. Really ground down with that back heel, so that back heel's connected with the earth, and you might feel a nice opening in your calf. From here, we're going to have the palms facing forward, and we'll have the hands drag back a little bit. Open up the chest. Lift your low belly up. Take a deep breath into your heart center. Inhale here. Exhale. Good. Inhale one more time. And exhale, relax the arms all the way down next to your side. So you can stay here, or if you want, you can bring your hands to cactus arms. So cactus arms look like this, where the elbows are a little bit lower than the shoulders, palms face forward. And we'll allow the hands to fall back just a little bit. See if that feels good for your body today. If not, you can keep your hands down low. And then take a nice breath into the heart center. So we're opening up the whole front side of the body. Belly is lifted. Come forward in that front leg a little bit. And take a deep breath here. Exhale, release the hands all the way down. We're going to take that front foot and step it back. So push off your front foot and step it all the way back. Good. If you're seated, you can come back to center. And we're going to switch sides. So this time, the right foot comes forward. Left foot is back. Bend that front knee. Really ground down with that back foot. If you're seated, you'll turn your body the opposite way and have that back leg extended. Bring your hands to your hips to start. Notice your low belly lifted up, lift your chest up, and really ground down with that back heel. Get a nice opening into the calf. Let's have our palms face forward, thumbs are up, knee is over the ankle. And take a deep breath here, maybe dragging the hands back behind you a little bit to open up the front body. Good. Take a few breaths here. And relax the hands all the way down. So you can stay there if you want, or let's do those cactus arms. Again, remember, they look like this. Elbows are dropped low, and we're having the hands and elbows maybe drag back a little bit. Take a deep breath into the front body. Expand. Exhale, soften. One more time. Inhale. Exhale, release the hands all the way down. Let's take that front foot, push off the front foot, step all the way back, and come back to center. Good. You can stay right where you are. I'm going to face forward so you can see a little bit better. Let's bring our hands out to our sides. And we're going to take the right hand to the right shoulder. If that feels good for you, or you can bring your hand to your hip. Whatever is right for your body today. Start to slide the left hand down the side. Maybe the elbow points out to the side a little bit. And we're opening up the whole right side of the body. Take a deep breath here. Inhale. Exhale to soften. Inhale to lengthen. Exhale back to center and release the hands all the way down. Let's try the other side this time. So left hand to left shoulder, right hand on your thigh, and start to slide that hand down. Maybe the elbow comes out. Oh, this feels so good for my side. And take a deep breath into the left side body this time. Nice inhale and exhale. One more time. Inhale and exhale. Release all the way down. Relax the arms along your sides. Start to roll the shoulders back and releasing any tension. Let's separate the feet nice and wide out towards the edges of the mat, and if you're seated, you can have your feet planted, knees nice and wide, and then we're going to point the toes out to the side, and we're going to come straight down into a type of squat position. So if you're seated, you can do the same type of thing, sitting up nice and tall, and we're just going to take a moment to plant our hands on the back side of our thighs, so the thumbs are pointed up, and rolling the shoulders. Use the resistance on your thighs to roll the shoulders back and down the spine. Open up the whole front side of the body. Take a deep breath into your heart center. Exhale here. One more time. Deep breath. Exhale. This time we'll take a deep breath. Arms sweep out to the side, underneath the shoulders, lengthen the legs, and then exhale, relax the hands all the way down. Let's bring the feet back towards center. We're going to start to make our way all the way down to the ground. If you're seated, just stay right where you are. So I'm going to separate my feet out from right to left. And then I'm going to plant my hand on my leg, my front leg, reach down towards the earth. Drop my back knee down, both hands come down, both knees come down, and then we'll come all the way to seated to start. So lean my hip and sweep my feet all the way around. Get into whatever comfortable seat looks like for you. So you can have your legs cross-legged, you can have them extended, whatever feels right for your body today. And we're just going to work into a gentle twist. So if you're seated, you can do this right along with us. And we're going to take the left hand and bring it over to the right knee. Reach back behind you with the right hand. If you're seated, grab onto the back of the chair. And then if you'd like, you can turn and look over your back shoulder. Relax the shoulders away from the ears. And then we're going to work into the cervical spine a little bit. So just keep the upper body where it is. Look over your front shoulder and then back over your back shoulder. So we're just moving that cervical spine front and back a little, very gentle, working with your body and how it feels today. So over the front shoulder and the back shoulder. Maybe one more time like that. And then slowly unwind. Pause for a minute, close your eyes, and just notice how your body feels right now. Maybe any differences from right to left. And then let's take the opposite hand and we'll reach back behind, look over the back shoulder. And then keep your upper body exactly where it is. Let's look over the front shoulder. And then over the back shoulder. So we're just turning your head from side to side, warming up the cervical spine. And a couple more times like that. Last time through to the back. And then slowly unwinding as we make our way to the front. Roll the shoulders back, release any tension here. Good. And then we're just going to do a few gentle movements with the upper body. So you can grab onto your knees. If you're seated, you can do the same thing. We're going to use the resistance of our knees to roll the shoulders back and lift the belly, lift the chest up. Take a deep breath into the heart center. And then exhale, relax and soften. Inhale, grab onto the knees, lift the belly, lift the chest. And then exhale, relax and soften. Notice that broadening in the front body. Let's do it again. Inhale, lift, roll the shoulders back down the spine. And then exhale, releasing any tension. Excellent. So we're here for a moment and we're going to bring our feet together. So if you're seated, you can actually bring your knees nice and wide out to the edges of the chair. If you're seated and it feels good for your body, I'm going to slide back a little bit, but you can stay right where you are. We're going to bring the soles of the feet to touch and allow our knees just to fall nice and wide. Grab onto the ankles, sit up nice and tall, lift your low belly. And we're going to open up the inner thigh a little bit, but while we do that, we're going to use the resistance of our ankles to roll the shoulders back and open up our front body to start. So lift your low belly up towards your rib. Use the resistance. You can hold on to your thighs if you're seated. And then roll the shoulders back behind you. Take a deep breath here. And then we'll start to fold forward. So lift straight up, nice long spine. Fold forward, maybe tucking the chin and noticing any opening in the inner thighs. And just take a few breaths here. And then slowly rising up. And we'll bring the knees back to center. I'm going to turn sideways, but you can stay right where you are. We'll plant the feet, grab onto the backs of the thighs, sit here for just a moment, and sit up nice and tall. Again, using the resistance. You can hold onto the backs of the thighs if you're seated. Roll the shoulders back, open up the whole front body. And then lengthen the legs out in front of us. So from here, take your left knee, we're gonna bend the knee and allow the knee to fall open to the side. So if you're seated, you can have your left knee angled out more to the side. Turn your chest more towards your right leg, flex your right foot, and we're gonna fold forward over that leg, just opening up the back body a little bit this time. So lift the upper belly up. Hands are either planted on your thighs, on the floor, whatever feels right for you today. And we're gonna keep that nice long spine and slowly fold forward, looking down at our leg, tuck the chin to lengthen the back of the neck. And take a deep breath in between the shoulder blades. Really direct your breath into that space. Inhale, expand. Exhale, soften. Do it again, inhale. Exhale. Inhale, coming all the way up. And exhale, extend the legs or plant the feet if you're seated. Good, let's try the opposite side. So this time we'll have the right knee bent and allow the right knee to fall open. Seated again, the right knee angles over to the right. Turn your chest towards the left and start to fold forward over that leg. So lifting that belly, really extend and lengthen the spine, and then fold forward, grounding down to the floor or your legs, wherever you are today. Uh-oh, someone's not happy in the background. That's no fun. You take a deep breath here. Exhale, soften the chest. One more deep breath. Exhale. And slowly come all the way up and extend the legs out in front. Shake your legs out. Ooh, that feels good. And then we're going to stay here with legs extended. Keep the knees slightly bent. You can separate your feet from right to left as much as you want. If you're seated, keep those feet planted. And we're just going to do a gentle seated twist. So taking that right hand to outer thigh of the left leg and just reach back behind us. Turn and look over that back shoulder. Roll that left shoulder open. Thumb faces out. Good. Take a deep breath here. And slowly unwind. Let's try the other side. We'll take the left hand to the outer edge of the right thigh. Reach back behind. Roll the shoulder open. Look over that back shoulder. Take a nice inhale here. Exhale. And then slowly unwind. We're going to start to make our way all the way down onto the ground. So we'll bend the knees and then lean our hips over to one side and extend the legs. So kind of bringing the hands down, coming down onto the elbows. Extend the legs, and we're going to make our way all the way onto our back. So rolling over onto your back. Nice and slow, relaxing the head on the ground, and we'll plant the feet. Of course, if you're seated, stay right where you are. Feet are underneath the knees, arms are along your side, and we're just going to lift the hips up about an inch or so. If you're seated, you're just going to have a nice long spine. We'll push into the feet, lift the hips, move the hips more towards your heels, and then slowly lower down. Allow your belly to rest. We're tractioning out the spine. And then from here, take the feet nice and wide. We're going to windshield wiper the knees, left and right. So if you're seated, you can do the same thing as you can hold on to the sides of the chair and just move the knees side to side, releasing any tension in the low back. And then just allow both knees to fall to the left. Legs feeling very heavy. So this time we're going to notice the right knee and feel like our right knee is lengthening away from you. So same thing with your seated. And we're just going to start to activate that right glute forward to open up the right hip flexor, the front of the right thigh, even a little bit into the right side of the belly. So take a deep breath, the whole front body opening. Exhale. Keep that activation. One more breath. And then relax the glute all the way down. Relax the legs. Let's bring both knees back to center, and we'll allow both knees to fall over to the right this time. Let's activate that left glute forward, and you might feel a nice opening this time on the front side of your left leg. Take a deep breath here. Good. Exhale. One more inhale here. And exhale. Relax the glute. Come back to center with your legs. Plant both feet. Feet are nice and wide. If you're seated, knees are nice and wide. And we're going to allow the knees to fall inward. So feet are wide, knees are in, to release any tension in the low back. Just pause for a moment. Allow yourself to be here. And then we're going to bring the knees, point them back up towards the sky. Bring our feet underneath us just a little bit closer to each other so that they're in line with the hips. And we're going to plant our hands on our upper thighs. Fingertips point towards the knees. And just give a gentle push forward and up, releasing any tension in the low back. And then release. So you can do the same thing seated. Push on the thighs, the upper thighs, forward and towards the knees. Releasing any tension and then letting go. Let's do that one more time. Push forward and up. And then release. We're going to hug the knees into the chest. If you are seated, you can do a nice forward fold and kind of give yourself a hug or wrap your arms around you. We're going to rock from side to side. Give our low back a little massage before we start to move into Shavasana. So our final resting pose, my favorite pose, extending the legs all the way down below you, out to the corners of your mat. Arms come along your side. If you're seated or laying down, you can gently close the eyes. And we take this time in resting pose to absorb all the beautiful energy that you created, that you stirred up within your body today. So just taking a few breaths here. Allowing the breath to expand the lungs and open up the heart. And then on an exhale, just softening your whole body towards the earth. Really letting go of any residual tension within the body, within the mind. And just another breath right here. Just deep inhale. Exhale to soften. Letting go. And just a couple more breaths on your own. And we'll start to wake up the body with small movements. You can gently open the eyes, roll the shoulders, or maybe the ankles and the wrists, the fingers and the toes. We'll hug the knees into the chest, roll over to one side, and maybe rest in that fetal position for just a moment before we push into our top hand, making our way all the way up to seated. And from here, we're just going to work on a little bit of breath to finish our practice. So if you would, gently close the eyes. And we're going to do a breath, inhaling, exhaling for a count of 4. So get into a comfortable seat, lengthen the spine from your connection with the earth, tuck the chin just slightly to lengthen the back of the neck, and start to invite the breath in through the nose, expanding, and out through the nose if comfortable. Let's start. Inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 1, 2, 3, 4. Inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 1, 2, 3, 4. Inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 1, 2, 3, 4. Inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 1, 2, 3, and 4. And just resuming your normal breath. We'll bring the hands to heart center. Take a moment to bow the mind to the heart and thank yourself for being here today. Namaste. Thank you so much for joining me here with yoga in Cancun, Mexico. We're going to